Tonight, we're going to pull back the curtain. I'll share with you 3 of the scariest Malaysian urban legends whispered in villages, schools, and lonely highways. Legends so ingrained in our culture, they might just keep you awake tonight. So, turn down the lights, get comfortable, and prepare yourself. The stories you are about to hear are not for the faint of heart. Are you ready? Let's begin. Story 1. The Pontianak. Our first legend is perhaps the most famous, the most feared female spirit in all of Southeast Asia. Her name is whispered with a mix of terror and respect. I'm talking, of course, about the Pontianak. If you grew up in Malaysia, you grew up hearing about her. The Pontianak is said to be the vengeful spirit of a woman who died during childbirth, returning to terrorize the living. She's often described as a beautiful woman with long dark hair covering her face, dressed in a flowing white gown. But don't be fooled. Her beauty is a trap. Her favorite haunting grounds? Banana trees. And almost every Malaysian child has been warned. Never stand near banana trees alone at night. And never, ever whistle after sunset. Because if you do, she will answer back. Imagine this. You're walking home, taking a shortcut through a quiet lane lined with banana trees. Suddenly, you hear the faint sound of a baby crying. You stop, listening, your chest tight. The crying grows louder and closer. Then silence, replaced by the sweet, intoxicating scent of frangipani flowers, bunga Cambodia. Your heart pounds. You remember the stories. The crying baby is her lure. The fragrance is her announcement. And the most terrifying part? If the crying is soft, she's far away. But if the crying is loud, she's right beside you. Some say her scream is the last thing you'll ever hear. A high-pitched, bone-chilling shriek that shatters the night. Others speak of her scratching doors and windows with long, sharp nails. There are even tales of men lured by her beauty, only to meet their death when she reveals her true, monstrous form. Sharp fangs, horrifying face, and claws that rip out internal organs. Old beliefs say you can stop her with an iron nail driven into the nape of her neck, turning her back into a woman, even a loyal wife, until the nail is removed. But let's be honest, who would dare get that close? So, if you ever smell frangipani flowers at night, carried on a windless evening, it might already be too late. Story 2. The Karak Highway. From quiet villages, we now move to the open road. Our second legend takes us to one of Malaysia's most infamous highways, known for breathtaking mountain views by day and bone-chilling encounters by night. The Karak Highway. Almost every Malaysian driver has heard of it. This 60-kilometer stretch cuts through the Titiwangsa Range, winding, dark, often shrouded in mist. A perfect stage for ghostly tales. With countless tragic accidents over the years, many believe the road itself is cursed. One of the most famous stories is the yellow Volkswagen Beetle. Drivers say they see this car crawling slowly ahead. They overtake it, but a few kilometers later, it's there again. Overtake once more, and somehow, impossibly, it reappears. Some even claim that if you glance inside, the car has no driver. Then there's the story of the lost child. Many drivers at night have seen a small boy, or sometimes a boy with his mother, standing helplessly by the roadside. They look desperate for help, but when kind-hearted drivers stop, the pair vanishes. Others insist they gave the mother and child a ride, only to glance in the mirror and find the back seat empty. And then, the tale of the mysterious old woman. Some drivers report being forced to overtake a slow car, only to see an old woman staring back at them from the passenger seat. A few minutes later, they feel a sudden weight in their car, a chill crawling across their skin. And when they dare to look in the rearview mirror, she's there, in their back seat, watching. The Karak stories work because of their setting. You're alone, late at night, headlights cutting through the mist. Your mind begins to play tricks. Was that just a shadow? Did I really see that? But sometimes, it's not just your imagination. So, if you ever find yourself driving the Karak Highway after midnight, keep your eyes on the road, turn your music up loud, and whatever you do, don't pick up any hitchhikers. Story 3. Hantu Asrama. Dormitory ghosts. From lonely highways, we now move to a place that should feel safe, filled with youthful laughter and energy, but often becomes the backdrop for terrifying ghost stories. Malaysia's boarding schools, or Asrama. For thousands of teenagers, dorms are their second home. But for just as many, dorms are also where they first encountered the supernatural. Ask anyone who's lived in an asrama, and they'll almost always have a story. And these are not distant legends. They happen in your own bed, your own bathroom, your own hallway. One of the most common tales is the phantom footsteps. At 3 a.m., the witching hour, students lying awake hear the slow, deliberate marching of soldiers outside their dorms. Footsteps that echo even in buildings several floors up. The sound passes their doors, then fades away. But no one dares to look. Then there are the bathroom hauntings. Students walk in late at night, finding every stall seemingly occupied. Flushes, coughs, whispers. But when they peek under the doors, no feet. Or worse, the mirror tricks them. A student washing their face looks up and sees a figure standing behind them. They spin around, but the room is empty. The reflection, however, doesn't lie. Even the dorm rooms themselves aren't safe. Many tell of waking in the night, paralyzed, unable to move. They open their eyes and see a figure at the foot of their bed, or hovering inches above them. Sometimes it's a pokong, wrapped in burial cloth. Sometimes a dark shadow with glowing red eyes. All they can do is lie frozen, praying until it disappears. The sensory details make these stories unforgettable. A sudden drop in temperature, the faint smell of jasmine, or worse, of something rotting. The heavy sense of being watched, even when alone. That's what makes Hantu Asrama so terrifying. A school is supposed to be safe. A dorm is supposed to be a home. These legends twist that comfort into dread, reminding students that the line between the living and the dead can be frighteningly thin. So tonight, we've journeyed through 3 of Malaysia's darkest legends. The Pontianak, lurking by banana trees. The Karak Highway, with its vanishing passengers. And the Hantu Asrama, haunting dormitory halls. Urban legends like these aren't just spooky tales. They're warnings. They remind us of what we don't understand, of fears passed down through generations, and sometimes they're born from real encounters. So, the next time you hear a strange cry in the distance, see something odd on a lonely road, or smell frangipani flowers on a windless night, remember these stories, because not all stories are just stories. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the shadows of Malaysian folklore. Tell me in the comments, which legend scared you the most? And do you have a story of your own to share? If you enjoyed this dive into the unknown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me again for more tales from the dark side. Stay safe out there. And until next time, sweet dreams.